Hey guys, so yesterday was a really bad day for me. You guys know if you've followed my channel for any length of time that I have a seizure disorder. I've had a seizure disorder since high school, and it's actually what caused this paralysis because I had multiple seizures that lasted over 8 minutes. Well, yesterday I had at least two seizures that lasted right around 5 minutes each. Um, like, it was to the point where I was about to be taken to the hospital because people didn't really know what to do and they didn't want anything to happen to me. My fiance's sister-in-law came over. We were actually supposed to be going to have like a Christmas dinner, like a late lunch, early dinner with my fiance's dad and stepmom. We didn't end up doing that because I was so out of it. And apparently, like, I regained consciousness and started becoming responsive after the first seizure, and then ended up going into another seizure. So people were definitely stressed out because of what happened the last time that I had multiple seizures in a row, where I was in the hospital for like almost a month. And that's when all of this started with the paralysis on my right side and all of that crap. Um, so the thing about this time is I actually have been taking my seizure medication, my Keppra, exactly as I'm supposed to. Like, it's to the point where we have the seizure medication that I need. We have alarms set on the phones so that we know exactly when I need to take it. It's not like the Keppra has a specific time, but I time it about 12 hours apart so that I'm getting a dose of Keppra at least every 12 hours. Um, so I don't really understand why this is happening. I have had lab work done. I did lab work on Saturday to figure out about like my Keppra level and if it's at a therapeutic range. The last time I had Keppra level done in November, um, it was actually above the therapeutic range. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on, and I'm not sure why I'm continuing to have seizures. I don't see my neurologist until the end of January, and I've tried contacting him through Epic, like his office, his MA or nurse or whoever, and I can't get through to them. I have gotten no response from them. I can never get through on the phone to them, so I don't really know what to do at this point because it's honestly very frustrating. My doctor or my primary care provider, he has tried to contact my neurologist's office to see like if there was any possible way that they could see me sooner, with everything going on with this new neurological disorder that I have, as well as all of the breakthrough seizures I've been having, because this is not the first time that I've had a seizure since being back home from rehab. Um, so I don't know exactly what is going on. As of right now, my appointment is still the same at the end of January, and they had told me like back in October or November, whenever I last spoke to them, that January, like the end of January, was his first available appointment. And I just don't know what to do at this point because it's very frustrating. Seizures are dangerous, and like, I don't really know why I'm having breakthrough seizures when I'm taking my medication exactly the way that I'm supposed to at the dose that I'm supposed to be taking it at. So I'm at a place where I'm very frustrated and stressed out, and like, the people around me are worried because we don't want me to end up back in the hospital, um because of all of this stuff going on. So it's very worrisome. I know that my neurologist and I had spoken previously because I have had a few breakthrough seizures, but nothing like to this extent previously. Even while on my Keppra. And so we had talked before about, because I'm at the highest dose of the Keppra, and um, we had talked previously about keeping me on the Keppra and adding another seizure medication or switching me to a different seizure medication entirely. I'm not sure exactly what is going to happen as far as that goes, but I just like, I need some relief because I have so much going on and I don't want to go backwards. Like, my fiance was really worried that after having multiple seizures, like, I wouldn't be able to move my thumb or my index finger. Um, which is function that I had gained back on my right side. So it's very worrisome. Like I said, everybody is stressed out. And like I said, we ended up having to miss our little Christmas dinner with um my fiance's brother and sister-in-law, as well as his dad and stepmom, just because I had multiple seizures. And I feel bad because, like, I don't want to be the reason that he misses out on family things. Like, I don't want to be the reason that anybody has to change their plans. And they've already had to do that so much for me. Like, when I was in the hospital doing physical rehab, like the amount of times that they had to leave work or take days off of work to come down and do training with me so that they knew exactly how to help me take care of myself when I got released from rehab. Like, I feel very blessed and very grateful that I have people in my life who are willing to do this and who have been willing to help me with absolutely whatever I need. But it's just very frustrating because I feel bad. Like, I feel like I am burdening people with these issues, and I really don't want to be a burden to anybody. And so it's very frustrating just kind of seeing how this is playing out in everybody else's lives because, like, I know I've had the seizure disorder since high school, like I said, and so I know kind of how this goes, and I've been through the ringer with these seizures. And like, I've tried, this is my Keppra is my third seizure medication that I have tried for seizure control. And it seems like with my seizure medications, they work for a while and then they stop working eventually. And I was hoping that Keppra was not going to be one of those. Um, the exception to that was Topamax, which I chose to stop taking because I think my body is too sensitive to it. Like, I don't think it's an allergic reaction, but I think it's more of a sensitivity because the Topamax is what was making like my face go numb in this area, my fingertips and my toes go numb. And so I just didn't like the feeling of that. And plus, I was working as a CNA at the time, and like, it was a liability for me to not be able to feel my hands. Um, so yeah, but anyways, I don't really know um what to do at this point. I'm just at a loss, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know that yesterday was horrible. I was extremely exhausted after having long seizures like that, and at least two of them. So I'm happy that I didn't end up having to go to the hospital, and I don't want to have to go through all of that again. So I don't know, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys that little seizure disorder update because I know that I'm not the only one in this world who has a seizure disorder and who goes through the ringer. Um, so please know, if you have a seizure disorder, you're not alone. And if you are someone in my personal life who has been helping with everything, I just want to say thank you so much for being there and for being so supportive. It's very difficult for me to admit that I need help, but I know that, like, there's a lot of time where I do need a lot of help, a lot more help than I would like to admit that I need. So I just, I hate feeling like a burden, and I hate burdening people with my medical problems. So I think that's where, like, the pride comes in, and I don't really want to have to ask for help, if that makes sense. So anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys in my next one.